So who do you want in your government? Do you want effective, functional leaders who probably committed some moral transgressions in their private lives, but those moral transgressions, those sins, so to speak, don't affect your lives, and they can actually make your life better, these people, if they come from business background and they're running the government? Or you want incompetent, unprofessional followers, socialists, bureaucrats to run the government that will hurt you and hurt your life, but then they are going to be angels, they're going to be saints, and they're going to be completely immune to any allegations of any kind of immoral behavior. So decide, who do you want? You want the saints, or you want the losers saints, or you want the sinners winners? There used to be a time when politicians, or public figures for that matter, private lives were off limits. And whatever they did, if they committed a crime, they would still get prosecuted, but it would not be publicized. It would not be paraded in front of the world with all these salacious details and all these really exhausting narratives about what they did or about their wrongdoing. At that time, politicians were supposed to be professional. At that time, politicians were supposed to focus on improving people's lives, their electorate lives, the people who elected them. They were supposed to focus, and it was easier for them to focus on doing their job rather than thinking about who will think what about them based on their moral transgressions or perceived moral transgressions in their private lives. They didn't care about what the population will think about what they do at home, or cheating on their wives and husbands, or whether they were doing something immoral, because they knew it would have been kept private. So the time when private lives of politicians and public figures were off limits, those politicians and public figures had the opportunity and the luxury, I guess, to focus on their direct responsibilities to the people, to focus on their job instead of being preoccupied about the media, about their reputation, about what people will think, and how they could be easily taken down with Me Too allegations, with fake Me Too allegations as well. New standards, moral standards as applied to the politicians and public figures. The population really was deprived of professionals.